Dear students, welcome to Digital Learning. We are studying the subject auditing of 6th semester BB of Mangalore University. Today we are in Unit 3, Session 7. In today's session, we will be discussing about watching of cash receipts. Watching of cash receipts. And in watching of cash receipts, we have already discussed some of the basic points in the last session, and today in this session we will be discussing about some more points, and this is the second part of the session 7, second part of the watching of cash receipts. In the second session 6 we have studied the first part of the watching of cash receipts. Here in seventh session we are studying the second part of the watching of the cash receipts. So here we will discuss about the points to be borne in mind by the auditor while watching the cash receipts. What are the points he should keep in mind while watching the cash receipts? See here, one by one we will discuss the points. First point here is the auditor should carefully examine the system of internal check in operation with respect to the cash receipts transaction. So while watching the cash receipts, the first thing he should do, he should not go directly and take the cash book, vouchers and start watching. No. First of all, he should check about the internal check system. How is it? Is it effective? Is it present? If it is present, is it effective? So this is the first thing he should check. Second thing is an auditor can resort to test checking only if he has satisfied himself that there is an efficient system of internal check. So, in the first step, he has checked the internal check system. He was satisfied with the internal check system. Then, if the internal check system is effective, efficient, then the errors and frauds will be very much less. Possibility is very less. So, he can resort to test checking. ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಚೆಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಕೆಲವು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆದಂಥ ವಿಷಯಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, he should ascertain whether a diary of cash receipts or rough cash book has been in use, whether the company is maintaining a rough cash book or not. ರಫ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಬುಕ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ದೆನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನ್ ದ ಎಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ರಫ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಬುಕ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಬುಕ್. If there is a rough cash book, then we can compare, we can examine entries both in the rough cash book and also in the cash book. ಅಂದರೆ ರಫ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಬುಕ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ರಫ್ ಬುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ರಫ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರೆದಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದು ಬೇಕು. ರಫ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಬರೆದಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ರಫ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಬುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವರಿಗೆ ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಒಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಬರೆದಿರ್ತಾರೆ. That is also a document. It may also go to the court of law. Next one, he should examine the method of depositing daily cash receipts into the bank, use pay-in slips. So how the cash is deposited in the bank? Is it on the same day or next day? How it is? What is the system of method of depositing the cash into the bank? How or in what way? How frequently they are depositing the cash into the bank? How they are using the pay-in slip? Anyhow, when we deposit, we have to use the cash pay-in slip. If there is a cash form, we have to deposit it. No other way, isn't it? We cannot transfer, we cannot do anything. It is a liquid form of cash. It should be deposited in the bank. Then he should check the bank passbook with entries in the cash book. So now he should take the bank passbook. For each and every entry in the bank passbook, he should compare, he should check it with the cash book. ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ತಪ್ಪಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ he should check the cash receipts by reference to the documentary evidence. So when he is checking the cash book, he should also see the cash receipts. Here we are doing the receipt side only. In the receipt side, cash book check ಮಾಡೋದಂದ್ರೆ receipt side check ಮಾಡೋದು. ಫಿಫ್ತ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ he should watch the cash receipts. ಈಗ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ರಿಸೀಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ವಾಚಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. How he should watch? By reference to the documentary evidence. Documentary evidence ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕಿಕೊಂಡು he should check. So this is the sixth one. Seventh point he should keep in mind is he should ensure whether there is proper control over use of receipt book. ಸೊ ರಿಸೀಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುವುದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ, ನಿಯಂತ್ರಣ ಇದೆಯಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ. He should have a strong control over the use of the receipt book because it is the document by which you can receive the cash, isn't it? A book, if it is missed and somebody misuses it and we cannot trace who has taken away the cash, the receipt book, it will be a dangerous thing. So he should ensure whether there is a proper control over the receipt book. ರಿಸೀಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ನ ಮೇಲೆ ಸರಿಯಾದಂತ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಎಂಬುದನ್ನು ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ಕೀಪ್ ಇನ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ದ ಫಾಲೋವಿಂಗ್: all receipts are on printed form. So he should make sure that each and every receipts are in the printed form. He cannot write on a sheet of paper or in a small piece of paper, this much is received, and put a seal and give. No, it's not the thing. It should be in the printed form. Second one, he should see whether counterfoil receipts are used or system of using the carbon copy in use. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ he should see whether the counterfoil receipts are used. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಸೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇದೆ. ಒಂದು ಕೌಂಟರ್ ಫಾಯಿಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ನಾವು ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಆಗಿ ಪೇನ್ ಸ್ಲಿಪ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಒಂದು ರಿಸೀಟ್ ಉದ್ದದ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಅದರ ಒಂದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು ಟು ಕೀಪ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ and other part you are giving to the person who is paying the cash as a cash receipt. Okay, idu ee reeti irtade. So he should see whether the counterfoil system is used or system of carbon copy is used. Yava system ide anta nodbeku. Next point he should keep in mind is all the receipt books should be separately and consecutively numbered. Illi eradu vishaya ide. Receipts should be numbered. There should be a numbering for the receipt book. Receipt book ಗೆ ನೀವು ನಂಬರ್ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು. It should be numbered, serially numbered, consecutively numbered. ಒಂದಾದ ನಂತರ ಎರಡಾದ ನಂತರ ಮೂರು, ಹಾಗೆ. You cannot confuse, you cannot jump a number. Jump ಮಾಡಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನಂಬರಿಗೆ ಬೈ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಡಬೇಕು. Okay, it should be in the consecutively. And even the receipt book should also be separately, consecutively numbered. Receipt book, if you have 100 receipt books, if you have printed 100 receipt book, all the receipt books should be numbered. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು receipt book ಗೂ 1, 2, 3 ನಂಬರ್ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು. Next one, the particulars as regard the date, amount, name, etc. on the receipt side should be compared with those given in the cash book. So here particulars ಯಾವುದು, ಡೇಟ್, ಅಮೌಂಟ್, ನೇಮ್ ಆನ್ ದ ರಿಸೀಟ್. ರಿಸೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದಂತಹ ಇದು, ರಿಸೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟಾಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೇಟ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಡೇಟ್, ನೇಮ್, ಫ್ರಮ್ whom you have received with thanks from ಅಥವಾ received from ಅಂತ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅದು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ಫಿಗರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್. ದಿಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಕಂಪೇರ್ಡ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಬುಕ್. ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಲಿ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಬುಕ್? ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಬುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿದೆ, ಅದೇ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, if there are certain entries in the cash book for which receipts have not been issued, they should be checked carefully. They should be carefully checked because you find on the cash book something is written but no receipt is issued. It may be there may be chance of fraud. They are committing the fraud frequently, and by mistake for one cash you did not issue the receipt has come in. It has just entered in the cash book. By mistake it has done. It was recorded, but really thing is that they are misusing. They are not making the receipts. They are not preparing the receipt for each and everything. They are delaying. Something may be there. Some reasons are there. So if it is happening like that, there is some reason. What? It should be checked carefully. Why it has happened? Next one is, receipts have to be signed by a responsible officer, not by cashier. Keep in mind, this is very important thing. Receipts should not be signed by cashier. ಕ್ಯಾಶಿಯರ್ ಅಂತ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಇರ್ತಾರೋ, ಕಂಪನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಇರ್ತಾರೋ ಅವರು ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ರಿಸೀಟಿಗೆ ಸೈನ್ ಹಾಕೋರಲ್ಲ. ಅವರು ಸೈನ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಇರ್ಲಿ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಸೈನ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಎ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಲ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್. He may sign, okay, received and signed, but it should be checked by another one. it should go through another person and his signature should also be there. ಅದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಹೀಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುವಾಗ ಅವನೇ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ರಿಸೀವ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಅವನೇ ರಿಸೀವ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಅವನೇ ಸೈನ್ ಹಾಕೋದು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಅವನೇ, ಯಾರು ಬೇರೆ ಯಾರು ನೋಡೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನೋ, ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಡನ್. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾಂಟ್ ಬಿಲೀವ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, the unused receipt book should be kept in safe custody with some responsible officer. See, receipts book, some of the receipt book, if you print 100 receipt book, all will not be issued at the same time. Some of the receipts book may be unused. Use ಮಾಡದೇ ಇರಬಹುದು. Those receipt books should be in safe custody with some responsible officer, with the manager or somebody. Some important responsible officer should be given the responsibility of the safe custody of these receipt books. It should not, he will be responsible if it is missed. Next one, if there is a system under which receipt accompanies the receipt of the cash, such a receipt is usually known as delivery note, should be properly signed before it's returned to the customers. ಈಗ ರಿಸೀಟ್ ಅಕಂಪನೀಸ್ ದ ರಿಸೀಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ರಿಸೀಟ್ ನೊಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ, ಈಗ ರಿಸೀಟ್ ಹಣ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಬರುವಾಗ ಅದರೊಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಡೆಲಿವರಿ ನೋಟ್ ಅಂತ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ರಿಸೀಟ್ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಡೆಲಿವರಿ ನೋಟ್ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ದೇರ್, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಲಿ ಸೈನ್ಡ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಟು ದ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್. ಸೊ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಇಂದ ರಿಸೀಟ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಹಣ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಅದರೊಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ. ನೀವು ರಿಸೀಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಿ, ಅದರೊಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಅವರು ಕಳಿಸಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರು ಕೆಲವೊಮ್ಮೆ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ವೋಚರ್ ಕಳಿಸಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾವುದಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಲಿ ಸೈನ್ಡ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಟು ದ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್. ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ಗೆ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡುವ ಮೊದಲು ಅದನ್ನು ಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿರಬೇಕು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, ಆಲ್ ಸ್ಪಾಯ್ಲ್ಡ್ receipt should remain attached to the counterfoil, must not be detached from the counterfoil. This is very, very important, because sometimes people may say that this is cancelled, we have issued and cancelled. No, once you have issued receipts, if you have issued a receipt to somebody, it means that you have received the money. Unless you receive the money, you can't issue a cash receipt. It is not sale, it is not credit sale. You are not selling on credit. You can't do like that. If you are selling in the process of sale, okay. If you did not receive the cash, you make a credit sales and give them the credit sale bill, credit sales invoice, but you should not give the receipt. Receipt is issued only when you receive the cash, actual cash, or through the bank transfer, whatever may be the form in the modern world. Okay? That is why if there is a spoilt receipt, ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ರಿಸೀಟ್ ಬರೆಯುವಾಗ ಸ್ಪಾಯಿಲ್ಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಬರೆದು ತಪ್ಪಾಯ್ತು ಅಥವಾ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಆಯ್ತು, ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ರಿಸೀಟ್ ಬರೆದಾಗಿದೆ, ಅವನು ಮತ್ತೆ ಹಣ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ, ಆಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಕೀಪ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಡ್ ಟು ದ ಕೌಂಟರ್ ಫಾಯಿಲ್, ಅಥವಾ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಕಾಪಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಇಟ್ಟು, ಅದು ಹರಿದಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಪಿನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರೆದು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಬರೆದು ರೀಸನ್ ಬರೆದು ಇರಬೇಕು. ಆಡಿಟರ್ have to check all these things. So these are the different points to be kept in mind while watching the cash receipts. It's a very important thing. Cash is an important asset of a company, and we, the auditors, the accountants, are the what we say, guard of this cash asset of the company. So an accountant and also an auditor, they should safeguard the cash. So whether the accountant has safeguarded or whether the cashier has safeguarded the cash, it will be checked by the auditor. So auditor, while making the watching of the cash receipts, he should keep in mind all these points and make the watching perfect. Okay, thank you for listening to the class. We have some multiple choice questions here. First one is, what is the first step in watching the cash receipts? Watch the debit side of cash book, check the cash purchases, check the internal check system. Second one, if auditor is satisfied with the internal check, he can do watching of all receipts, just checking of the vouchers, both of the above, none of the above. Receipts should be printed form, should be handwritten form, either of the above, none of the above. Receipts have to be signed by the cashier, petty cashier, responsible officer, all of the above. Next one, receipts should remain with the spoiled receipt should remain with the counterfoil, detached from the counterfoil, destroyed, all of the above. Okay. All of the above. These are the questions. Okay. Hope you will answer the questions. Hope you have understood this chapter, this session. If you have any doubts, you can feel free to chat with me and clarify your doubts. Thank you for listening to the class.